Bartlett has been a familiar face in Kentucky homes, a trusted storyteller, a steady presence, and for many, a part of the family. From the very first newscast here at Fox 56 to tonight's final sign-off, Marvin has shared the stories that define the spirit of the bluegrass.
You're watching Fox 56 10 o'clock news with Marvin Bartlett.
January 2nd, 1995, a brand new television station, a brand new newscast, and at the anchor desk, a young journalist who had no idea he'd still be there 30 years later. A West Virginia native with degrees from Marshall University and Ohio University, Marvin arrived in Lexington in 1987. By 1995, he was helping launch the Fox 56 10 o'clock news. Over the next 3 decades, he would become one of the most familiar and respected journalists in Kentucky. But if there's one thing that defines Marvin's legacy, it's
the spirit of the bluegrass.
Week after week, he loaded up his camera and hit the road. No photographer, no producer, just Marvin, his gear, and a genuine curiosity about the people and places that make Kentucky special.
Made him mad now.
He found extraordinary stories in ordinary places and made viewers feel like they were right there with him. The recognition followed: 5 regional Emmy Awards, more than a dozen Associated Press honors. But the storytelling didn't end when the camera stopped rolling.
He goes to about 40 rooms on each visit,
I'm doing okay.
giving young patients a brand new toy of their choice.
Here you go. I got the toy cart back again.
In 2002, Marvin wrote The Joy Cart, the true story of a remarkable young cancer patient, Jarrett Meineer, who he met while reporting. The book was later updated and reissued as The Boy Who Delivered Joy. And just last year, he turned decades of Spirit of the Bluegrass stories into a book of his own, a collection of the people, places, and moments he couldn't forget. 30 years, thousands of stories, 5 Emmy Awards, 3 books, 1 anchor desk. But numbers only tell part of the story. For generations of Kentuckians, Marvin Bartlett was more than a news anchor. He was a trusted voice, a familiar face, and a storyteller who helped us see the best in our communities. Marvin didn't just report on Kentucky, he celebrated it. And as he signs off for the final time, his legacy lives on in every story he told, every life he touched, and every viewer he inspired to look a little closer at the world around them.
You dug way back in the archives there. Who was that kid?
I had a lot of help digging up a lot of video.
Good memories.
Oh, absolutely. There were so many to choose from. It could have been a whole documentary, but we had to condense it a little bit.